Level up your LA Kings experience with Vivid Seats Elite Seats. All the on-ice Kings action with even more exclusive access and rewards. Enjoy great seats to the game in Section 103 along with Yamava Club access and parking included with your purchase. Plus, get a free Team LA Kings shop item at the game. Score your Vivid Seats Elite Seats tickets today and earn perks on each purchase from the only leading ticket company with a rewards program. Experience it live with Vivid Seats, the official partner of the LA Kings. Did you know the LA Kings have their own culinary partner? It's Superfood, celebrating 10 years and over 1 million meals served. Since 2020, the Kings have trusted Superfood to fuel their players. Now through Simply Lunch, you can bring that same performance-driven food to your office. Because when people eat better, they work better. Visit mysuperfood.com. That's mysuperfd.com. Or call 213-973-6145. Qualified companies can enjoy a free lunch for up to 10 managers.
LA loops it deep. Jared Wright speeds after it. Collects, drops it to the front. Centering feed. Score! Scott Laughton at the base of the right circle. It is King's debut. He ties it. 2-2 with 2:27 to play.
You're listening to All the Kings Men, the official podcast of the LA Kings.
In comes Turcotte, right wing, looks for help, hits the trailer, Dumoulin dances, left circle, rolls it in front, they score! Scott Laughton, 2 goals in 2 games with the Kings. 13-14 to play in the first, and it's 1-0 LA.
Now, here's your host, Jesse Cohen.
Welcome back, Kings fans. I am Jesse Cohen. This is All the Kings Men. Joining us today, number 21 for your LA Kings forward, Scott Laughton. How are you doing today, Scott?
Great. Thanks for having me on.
And featuring Zach Dooley. How are you doing today, Zach?
Jesse, excited to be here.
We're going to start off, hopefully you don't get too embarrassed by this, Scott, but every now and then a player comes through where you just say the player's name and a line immediately forms of people who can't wait to say nice things about them. Usually I experience that after the player's been here for a while or after they leave. I already like you just based on what everybody has said about you. You must be aware of your reputation.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words, but I just try and be the same guy every day and bring energy and try and bring guys together, and kind of part of the job description for me, I think, throughout my career and finding my role in the NHL, and it's been good, and these guys have been great with me so far.
When you come to a new team, imagine it can be pretty tough right away to kind of fit in on the ice, off the ice. Does having maybe that kind of personality help you to just kind of try to fit in right away and then hit the ice and contribute, but also away from the rink, just kind of fit right in?
Yeah, I think so. I think the road trip definitely helped as well. I think being on the road with the guys and spending dinners and everything like that, I think you get to know guys better. I knew Jeff Malott before coming here. We live pretty close in the summer, been training together. So I think it's always helpful to have someone like that. And then the hockey world's so small. I think you know someone through someone. And I knew Dooley a little bit just from playing against them and everything like that. So I think the first trade was harder for me, going from Philly and being there for so long, not knowing what to expect. And this transition's definitely been a little smoother, and having family here right away has definitely been helpful as well.
I spent the last couple days just asking the guys in the room that were available what they thought about you based on a very, limited amount of exposure. Every single guy, to a man, big smile, immediately praise, saying nice things. But the one that clinched it for me was I was just scrolling through YouTube and found an interview with Ian LaPerriere, who was one of my favorite all-time Kings, and Kings fans of a certain age will remember and love him. And he was gushing about you from his time in development with the Flyers. Any thoughts on Ian LaPerriere?
Yeah, he was great for me. He was player development when I first got drafted, so he was always around the rinks in junior for me. And then he took over as assistant coach, penalty kill mostly, which I was playing at the time, and we formed a great relationship. And I think he puts a lot of work into what he does, and he's been in the league for a while. He's coached and seen a lot. So I formed a great relationship with him, took a lot from him, and learned a lot, and still to this day we chat. So it's a great it's a great way to kind of keep in touch and everything like that.
You talked about this trade being a little bit easier for you. Did going through that whole process last year maybe just help prepare you for the experience a little bit? And maybe once you do it once, you're just kind of more aware of like what the process is like?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's so much stuff away from the rink, right? I think it's like getting on the bus for the first time. You don't know where to sit. It's like uncomfortability in such little things, but it goes a long way. We're pretty superstitious as hockey players, and guys have their own things. And but yeah, it was hard for me going from Philly, being there for 11, 12 years, and not really expecting the year to go the way it did in Toronto, but to have a new experience like this, to get a chance to go in the playoffs and to battle for a spot and just to be a part of it. And honestly, playing with Kopitar has been one of the coolest things in my career. I think I've always idolized him, the way he plays, and he's just an unbelievable guy. And these guys have been awesome. So it's a new experience for not only me, but my family as well. And it's been amazing so far.
Where to sit on a hockey bus is like one of the biggest puzzles that you'll ever have to put together.
That's it. The plane, you don't know if you're going to be playing cards. It's all that little stuff. I snuck my way under the card table, though, so it's all good. It's good because I don't have headphones or a show to watch, so it works out.
I saw it. I think it was a tweet from Elliot Friedman saying that your trade made it to the LA Kings. Made it under the deadline by something like 30 seconds or 45 seconds. Like on a day like trade deadline day, when you're in that queue that everybody finds out and it's confirmed after the deadline, are you contacted? Like, what was your day like that day?
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy day. I think your mind's spinning. I think it's pretty life-changing when you get traded. You got to pack up and do all those things. I kind of waited to pack because I didn't know what was going to happen, and probably the wrong move. But no, I waited, and I actually got a text right around 3 o'clock. Called my agent, and just waited for it to go through. I think got all my things sorted and was on a plane by 7. So I think it happens pretty quick once it goes through, and played the 4 o'clock game and then was back on the East Coast. So it's a big whirlwind, but it's almost better that way, to play a game right away and get into it. But it's a crazy day. I think anyone who's been traded or gone to a different team, it's a nerve-wracking feeling, just kind of going away from home and especially being at home in Toronto. I think it's different for sure.
You have a young son, Reed. Is he old enough to understand what that day was, what it meant?
I don't think he understands what it meant, but he's definitely understanding now, going outside every day and really enjoying the outdoors. He's really loving the beach and going down to the water, and we've had a couple great days here as a family, and he's just really enjoyed it. Just so happy. So it's worked out very well, and I found a really good role here, and something that I don't take for granted in this league. It's hard to play in this league. It's hard to stay in this league, and it's been awesome so far.
Sitting on the bus might be one puzzle, but who controls the music in the locker room, I wager, is another one. Joel Edmondson, I'm told, is the person who controls the music currently. I know you're a huge Tragically Hip fan. Jackie Spiegel told me that last night.
Yeah.
How long till you challenge Joel Edmondson?
I'm not challenging. I'm out of the DJ game, I think. Joel does a great job, actually. He's his music is right up my alley, so I won't be touching the iPad anytime soon. But I took it over a little bit in Toronto. I had it in Philly for about 8 years, so I was running it. I'm going to take a step back now and let Joel run it, but he's done a great job.
The DJ game, though, speaking of DJs, another person on the list of people talking about you very positively is DJ Smith. And, just looking through your social media, you guys, a photo with the medals at Worlds. Obviously, you guys have a great relationship. What was it like to just come back here, or to come here and know that you'd be working with DJ, and how much easier does that make it, knowing how close you guys are?
Yeah, I was super excited. I think once I heard it was LA, I think that was the first thing I thought of was being able to play for him again. He did so much for me in junior. I had him for 2 years, my last 2 years, and I don't really know where my career would be without learning from him. I think he's such a great coach, a motivator. He gets the most out of you, and I was really excited. I got to play for him at Worlds again. He was assistant coach, ran the PK. We have a great relationship. I think the guys really enjoy playing for him here, and I think he's done a great job since I've been here. I can't speak to what happened before, but he's just a great human being. I think he brings energy every day and really gets the most out of you, so it's been awesome so far.
Does it help with that awkwardness or unsure, trying to find that role on a team? You know the head coach, you've got experience with the head coach. Is it helpful to have him? I mean, has he communicated what role? He must have a pretty clear idea of where he wants to use you, what situations, how he wants you to play. Yeah,
100%. I think that is a huge factor in it. I think I played for a lot of coaches in my career in Philly in the time I was there, and then I've been lucky to play for some really good coaches, some really good players coaches that are with you in the fight. DJ, I think coming in here, he knows my game specifically and knows what I can bring. So I think that's helpful anytime you come to a team.
You mentioned the phrase players coach. Do you prefer a players coach, or I guess a disciplinarian is the alternative?
Honestly, it's I played for a lot throughout my career. I think coming from Torts, and I really love playing for Torts. I think he was a great motivator. Going to Chief, Craig Berube in Toronto, who I played for in Philly before. All those guys are pretty similar in their coaching styles, and they get the most out of you, and I really enjoy that. And they can joke around with you, but at the time the game comes, it's game on, and the accountability factors there, and I think that's huge.
So everybody I talked to about you, there were two categories the comments fell into. One was unbelievable guy, great person in the locker room, fun to be around, great personality. And the second one was something around the lines of plays the game the right way, plays an honest game, plays it straight. Is it helpful to play that role when you come to a team like the LA Kings, who are in the thick of a playoff battle?
Yeah, I think so. I think I learned a lot throughout my career. I think I played a couple games in 2012 in the lockout, went back to junior. Then I played in 2014 a full year, and then got sent back down to the minors. And I think kind of took a long, hard look at what I could do better and what would make me stay in the league. I think it's hard to make the NHL. I think it's harder to stay. And that was really helpful for... Maybe not at the time. I was a little pissed off, but I think it was really helpful for my career just going forward, learning about the defensive side of the game. I think I was always pretty defensive, but it's a different level that you have to reach, face-offs, everything like this that goes into it. There's a lot of offensive guys in junior, and it's a hard league to come into. So to learn how to play that way and kind of stick around and be useful in different situations, I think is always helpful.
You talk about playing the right way and how special it's been to be around Andrei Kopitar. I mean, we've heard that phrase, a million times about the way that Kopi plays the game. To see a guy like that who kind of plays that way as well, how easy does that make it to just kind of follow, the way that he plays and has played?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I think the culture here is been set. They won 2 cups. He's seen it all, and he's been around forever. And just the way he plays, back checking, everything. I would say everything. He's on the power play, penalty kill, taking face-offs. It's something that you watch every night, and I definitely don't take it for granted playing with him. I think it's one of the cooler things, like I said before, to be able to learn from him. And then just him off the ice, I think, is really special. And the way he treats people, the staff, and everyone around, I think young guys can really learn from him and understand how much he's put into the game and how much he's given it. You
talked about the decisions that you had to make to stay in the NHL, and DJ talked to us the other day about players with an offensive pedigree in lower levels of competitive hockey that reach the NHL and then have to find a role to stick around. And there was an interview years ago that Ian LaPerriere gave where he basically said when he was in juniors, he was a goal scorer, but he realized that up at this level, he would need to take on different roles. Sorry to just keep talking about Ian LaPerriere. Was that process that you went through guided by him in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, I think so. And I think the player development in Philly was really good to me. And when you're drafted to a team, I think they're on top of it, right? You're there in the summers. I spent a lot of summers there working with their guys, working with the trainers. And you just want to stick around and you want to be a part of something. We had a pretty good deep team when I first got to Philly with Drew, Simmons, guys like this who were established, and I learned a lot from them. And you try and take different things from every year, every guy, and you try and put it into your game and still play the way that you can play. So it's hard, but it's very rewarding at the same time.
The Philly media was obviously at the game last night, and I went over to them during one of the intermissions and just said, hey, I'm going to interview Scott Laughton tomorrow. And they said, yeah, what do you want from us? And I said, first question is he as good as advertised? And they all agree, yes, absolutely, dynamite guy, all the words. And then the story that came out that I didn't ask about was your commitment to LGBTQ plus organizations, and it seems to be very important to you. I just wondered if you wanted to comment on that.
Yeah, I've always been involved in. It started with the You Can Play team and getting involved in that, and then me and JVR James Van Riemsdyk put together something where we'd have guests at every game throughout the year, go see them after, take pictures, sign pucks, and do all that. And it kind of just took a life of its own. And the biggest thing for me was bringing new fans to the game. A lot of the people that came to the games, it was their first game, and they said they were going to come back to more games. And you're trying to grow the game in any way you can. And if you can make it a safe place, which I think it is, and the language you use, everything in the locker room, and it goes a long way. So yeah, just bringing new people to the game and being involved in that has been great for me, and learning new things, and it's been awesome. Yeah.
We have Kevin Fiala here, who's very community driven as well. You guys obviously didn't overlap with his injury, at the Olympics, but how important is it just to live somewhere and play somewhere and have a fan base give so much to you to be able to just give a little bit of that back to, a segment of that group specifically?
Absolutely. I think that's a huge part of it. And I think I tried to do that in Philly. It's hard when you're first entering the league. I think you're just trying to get your feet wet. You're trying to stick around. And that's a key emphasis I kind of made when I started playing a little bit more and being around in Philly. I think you're a part of the community, and you want to get involved, and you want to see all these people. And that's something I kind of stressed on the young guys is if there's a visit out there, a school visit, a hospital visit, go, because it is rewarding. Not only for them, I think it's more rewarding for you leaving and seeing these people and getting in the community and seeing how big of fans they are. It's something that's a huge part. You don't get to do this for long, and that's a big part of it. That's one of the coolest things is getting involved in the community and being. I was a kid once in Toronto and seeing all these guys come in, and it's just a cool feeling.
Since the trade deadline, the team has played more on the road than at home, but obviously LA, a very different hockey market than Toronto. Have you gotten a sense for Kings fans and how the game is different in Southern California?
Yeah, a little bit. I think, like I said before, I think always coming here on the road, always great fans, great energy in the building. I've always loved playing here, so it's been awesome playing here at home. I've only gotten 2 home games, I believe, but it's been great. And just the overall lifestyle with being here and having everything so close and convenient. I think it's it's a huge sell for this franchise. I think it's a great place to play. The way you're treated by the staff and everyone, it's first class. So it's been great so far.
Don't mean to put you on the spot, but I mean, it's been such a short time. But have you given any consideration to, is this somewhere you might want to stay beyond this year? Have you gotten to that point yet?
I haven't gotten to that, but yes, it would be. I think for sure. I think just being here in the short time that I've had and how much my family's loved it, yeah, for sure. But I think that all takes care of itself after the year. I think the focus is making a playoff push and being a part of something, and that's what I want to do. I want to help this team, and then wherever the chips fall, they will. But no, I want to be a part of something here and help this team out this year.
Final question that I would ordinarily reserve only for defensemen, but because penalty killing is such a part of your career. If given the opportunity, would you rather score a goal to tie the game and send your team to overtime, or up by one, block the shot that preserves the win?
Yeah, you want to block the shot, preserve the win. That's the one. Or you score a shorty and you add to the lead. But no, it's that's you see it with Eddie did it in Long Island. He blocks the shot late in the game. It's something you need from everyone on your team, and it goes a long way in the room, a long way during a long season, and guys have done it since I've gotten here, and it's been awesome so far.
Well, Scott Laughton, everybody in the locker room seems to love you. I know I've seen already positive fan reaction. The media likes you. I like you. Not that that's worth anything, but thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Thank you.
Thanks for watching, Kings fans. We'll talk to you soon.